Hi there, welcome to Books with Laura. This is the Usborne Lift the Flap Grammar and Punctuation book. It has over 125 flaps to lift. It is a fantastic resource if your child is learning about grammar and punctuation. So let's take a look inside. Now here's the table of contents and all of the things that they'll be going over: nouns and pronouns, adjectives, verbs, adverbs and determiners, prepositions, sentences, clauses and conjunctions, apostrophes, speech marks. This is in a UK version of the book, so that's quotation marks, spot the difference, and silly sentence maker. So there's lots of flaps to lift. Here's a great grammar machine, and it goes through and it explains all of the general things that you're going to go over into more detail as the book continues. Here's nouns. Any word that tells you the name of a person, animal, or thing is a noun. Come on. There we go. And here's singular and plural nouns as well. Talks about irregular plural nouns too. A collective noun like a flock of sheep or a bunch of bananas. Pronouns. Here's adjectives. There's a lot going on every page. So you may want to take this in small chunks and like just focus on the noun page, just focus on the adjective page or whatever. Here's verbs. Tons of examples with really engaging illustrations. It's pretty much all kids that they've illustrated. Come on. Here's lots. Here they showed the example of sprint and sprinted, sprinting, am sprinting, and will sprint. And each one is its own little flap. Adverbs. Yesterday, a dragon landed on the castle drawbridge. It stayed there for hours and wouldn't let anyone come out until one night bravely walked up with a bunch of flowers. The dragon sneezed loudly and flew away. Dragons have really bad hay fever. We're free! And each one of those in this cute little story has a little flap. Here's determiners. Prepositions, which are of course, together they show place, time, and movement. So they used a really cute amusement park to show those examples. Here's a sentence, and it has a story. And every single flap you can lift. So they learn about commas and the different ways that you can use commas. And then here's different activities. What kind of sentence are these? Statements, questions, or exclamations? And then it has a sentence the little monster is saying. And then you have to lift the flap to see if you're right. 3 of the words in this sentence are missing capital letters. Which ones? And then they lift the flap to test themselves. All of these are little quizzes. Clauses and conjunctions. A clause is a group of words that includes a verb. A conjunction is a joining word. There's lots of flaps. Let's see. I just got this book, so I haven't really lifted lots of the flaps yet. Now dig deeper with these underground activities. How many conjunctions can you spot in this story? Can you match each worm to its tail by connecting the clauses? There's a comma missing in this sentence. Where should it go? Here's apostrophes, and it uses the Superheroes Academy to teach about apostrophes. Lots of flaps. Speech marks. Again, this book is published in the UK, so in America this will most likely say quotation marks, which is what we call them. Spot the difference. So So here it asks the different its. One has an apostrophe, one does not. Here's the two yours. So it teaches kids about homophones. And the silly sentence maker, which is really fun. So you start here, and then using each one of the techniques that you just learned about, you follow along and you make a funny sentence. So last night, my spy hugged your otter underneath that beach and said, "Fluffy treasure." So just really silly sentences that the kids can make while also focusing on each one of the things that they just learned about, like determiners, conjunctions, nouns, and so forth. So this one is Lift the Flap Grammar Punctuation. I'll link to it below. Thanks for watching.